right, all right. Right, all right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who grew well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwath that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson is edifying. The brother Shuab Mawan back at you with another lesson. As always, we come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, which is also known as Babylon the Great, all right, also known as the whore of Babylon, to prophesy the downfall of the so-called white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of, all right? Salvation is preached unto you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speak of, right? And salvation is preached unto you, because it is now high time to awake out of sleep, for our salvation is nearer than we believe, right? And we're just going to roll through the spirit, all right, on this one. So, I wanted to open it up with Revelations, the 7th chapter. All right. This is Revelation 7:1. And it says, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. All right. And trees goes into representation of actual men. Okay. So right now, what's going on is that the Lord is holding back the 4 winds, all right, which is a representation of destruction, all right, which tells you that in Isaiah, not Isaiah, Jeremiah, I believe the 51st chapter. Yeah, this is Jeremiah 51:1, and it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, all right, which Babylon is a representation of America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind, you see, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about, all right, which that's going into thermonuclear missiles, all right. In those last days, this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, all right. The greatest cleansing agent that the Lord has is actual fire. Okay, that's why it tells you in Isaiah 9:5, all right, that in the times of old, all right, let me just grab it while I'm here. This is Isaiah 9:5, and it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right, because in the ancient times, whenever there was war, you had war hand-to-hand combat. All right, swords clinging with each other's swords clinging against the armor of men. All right, and there was lots of blood rolled in their garments, meaning there was always constant bloodshed. All right, but this time this place is being reserved, all right, onto thermonuclear fire. That's why it says that this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, if you go to 2 Peter's 3rd chapter, and you read it from 6, 3 and 6, it says, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. All right. So in this time, all right, this place is going to end with thermonuclear missiles. Okay. Now going back to like Revelations, the 7th chapter. All right. It says, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascended from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. All right. And that's what we're ultimately fighting in this race for. All right. Matter of fact, let me grab this. This is Philippians 3 and 12. All right. And it says, pressing toward the goal. It says, not as though I had already attained, either were already perfect, but I follow after, if that I may apprehend that for which also I am apprehended of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. All right. Yeah. And we count all things but dung. All right. All right. We'll lose everything on this side to gain the knowledge and to gain Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai on our side. You see, we want to be on the side of the Lord, on the righteous hand, on the righteous side. All right, we want to be on the Lord's good gracious. Okay, so it says, brethren, I count not myself to be apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. All right, and what's that mark that we all press toward? All right, this is Ezekiel 7, right? I mean, Salakia 9, Ezekiel 9 and 4. Ezekiel 9 and 4, and it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. All right, showing you that the Lord is not a respect of persons, man. All right, when you don't do the will of the Lord and you're an Israelite, all right, the only thing that you have coming to yourself is death. All right, the wages of sin is death. All right, but if you follow the ways of the Lord, it's life unto you. All right, and it says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary, that they began, and they began at the ancient men which were before the house. All right, so the Lord said, don't go after anybody that has the mark. See, this is the mark that we press towards on a daily basis, man. That mark of exemption. That word mark goes into the wa, which means redemption. As a matter of fact, I'm right here. Let me just grab it. It goes into the wa, all right, which means mark exemption from judgment. Okay. Desire mark, it says as a sign of exemption from judgment. You see? So right now, what we're all pressing toward and what we're all working toward, all right, is us having this mark that's the wa upon us. So when the Lord comes to destroy this place, he sees that we have that mark and we're not to be destroyed. All right, just like in the time of old, all right, when you had the time of the Passover, you had our people that had to put the blood of the lamb amongst our doors. All right, so what we're doing, all right, we are a house unto the Lord. We ourselves are a house unto the Lord. So we have to put on our house the bloodshed, all right, of the lamb. All right, I did a video earlier going into how we are covered by the blood of the lamb. You see, taking in that blood of the lamb is that anti-venom to this society, to all the snakes and all the snake bites of this society, this world. All right, so it says it's a sign of exemption from judgment. Okay, what's going on, brother?
Man, it's a white man's world.
You already know how it is.
Right there in Crabber, Lakewood, who's selling the drugs.
You know how it is, man.
Lakewood police.
Yeah.
Right now, as we speak, ain't no shame in my game. I don't work.
So this is Revelation 7, right?
I don't work.
Huh?
It's real. They don't give a damn.
They don't care about it, man. You know that.
Is the most so-called Jews, not the real Jews.
That's right.
Put me on camera, right in my face.
Yeah.
The biggest crooks, one, is racist people who selling drugs, Lakewood police station.
Mm-hmm. That's what, and to see, this is why you got to have the mark of exemption, man.
Right here.
For when the time comes,
Okay.
all right, we're not destroyed in the midst of all these people.
Just like
All
that.
right, the Lord said, "Come out of the ways of Babylon, man." All
Just
right,
like that.
because this place is about to go. So look at all the wickednesses around us. Like you said, man, we
I
can't
wish
catch a
they could.
break out here, man. All right, these people are against us, right? So going back to Revelation 7:1, it says, "And after these things I saw four angels." Now you're good, brother. "Standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their forehead." Okay, so and that's what's holding us back right now from moving forward, man. Is the elect being sealed still? All right, because we're gonna have 11 o'clock Israelites, man. That in the midst of all this wickedness, all right, in the midst of Jacob's trouble, you're gonna have people that are gonna turn to become believers onto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. When you see the things that we have spoken of, all right, through the Spirit, all right, come to actual life. Like it tells you in Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter, all right, "Then shalt thou know that there was a prophet among them." Okay, when all these things come to pass, right? So right now what's being held back, all right, is the four winds, which the winds which we read it's a destroying wind. It's the destruction that's about to come upon this earth, man. All right. So it goes to show you that we're not all the way sealed yet. All right, spiritually and be predestined, we have been sealed. Okay, but we still have to play out our lots. Okay, so once you see that the elect is sealed, okay, you're pretty much not going to see the prophets out no more. All right, that's when we're really going to go into World War III, which we're already in the beginning stages of World War III. We're in World War III. But what you hear is the rumors of war. All right, the Lord is gathering up all these different nations to rise up against America. All right, and ultimately to be destroyed, because all these nations that are rising up, all right, into war are all nations that had us in captivity. You see, so the Lord is gathering them together to bring their destruction. Okay, for the things that they have done against against the people of Israel, right? And this is why the Lord is clearing up the Euphrates River, all right, bringing them to the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of decisions, because that's where they're all going to be destroyed, right? In the midst of America being destroyed, okay, these damn devils are going to be in war also in the valley of Jehoshaphat, and that's why they're going to turn to the Lord to go to war with the Lord, which the Lord is going to put the spirit on them to fight, okay, against Yahweh Shai, man, which they're not going to prevail, all right? So going back into what I was saying, Revelation 7, all right, the four winds are being held through the four corners of the earth, right, until the elect has been sealed, right, and that's when true judgment and all hell will break out in America here, all right. Let's grab Salaki. Let me grab this. I had a couple. Start going in through the spirit. What's going on? Oh, that's the 12 tribes of Israel, brother. You on that sign? What does it say? It says the 12 tribes of Israel, and then it gives you you can't read because you gotta come over here. No, it's cool. The 12 tribes of Israel, right? The 12 tribes of Israel consist of the so-called Hebrews, Latinos, Native American Indians. We the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, right? So you have here, what nationality is your father? Wilson. Huh? West Indian? All right, so you will come from the tribe of Benjamin. All right, you come from the southern kingdom. You are the true Jew. All right, the so-called Negroes. All right, you got the West Indian Jamaica, all around those islands. All right, you got the Haitians, which is Levi. Those are the true Jews of the Bible. Okay, right? And then the Northern Kingdom, which we are also Hebrews. All right, but we are descendants from Jacob. All right, so if you understand the Bible, it goes that we were given the promises onto Abraham, onto Isaac, down onto Jacob. And when Jacob had his 12 children, all right, this is where the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans derive from. See, this is where we descend from. All right, these people out here think that these Jews that you see walking in Lakewood, they think that they're chosen, and they're not. Those are actually that's actually the devil that the Bible speaks of. Huh?
When I was in school, I had my sister reading the Bible every day.
Okay.
So I remember her reading.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why they see what they do is they're called Esau in the Bible. All right. If you understand the story of Jacob and Esau, all right, Esau came out red like a hairy garment. All right. That's why if you see these so-called white people, all right, that's why they turn red when they're under the sun or when they get angry. Huh? They're Caucasian. Yeah, they come from that's you get the word from the Caucasus Mountains. Exactly. Caucasus means cave dweller. Caucasian means dweller. Exactly. Those are the true cavemen. So our people are so because we've been put in captivity for certain other gods. The fourth chapter. Huh? That's right. Which when you go into that apple, there was never an actual apple.
No, but that was just
it was a philosophy. That was a representation of a philosophy, which they never actually mentioned any fruit. You know what I'm saying? It just said fruit, the forbidden fruit. Exactly, which was the philosophy. Because the serpent was a sly, treacherous man. It wasn't an actual snake. It was an actual man that fed philosophy onto Adam and Eve. Exactly. When you understand it, it actually goes back into them coming to the work. Because the Lord is what we call good today. Right? The Lord is a perfect balance. So without left there ain't right, without up there ain't down. Right? So without evil, exactly, there's no good. So the Lord had told Eve not to eat the philosophy of the tree in the garden. Because there was already people before Adam and Eve, there was already people on earth. People don't understand that. It's just that when Adam and Eve, the story of Adam and Eve, the story is the beginning of our heritage. The Lord had to choose a nation to be the top nation above all the other nations. That was our people. And it started with Adam and Eve, you see? And then from there on, we always had a lineage that was always being preserved. All right, for us at the end to
what do you mean lineage?
Millennium? No. I said at the end. I said the Lord has always kept a lineage preserved for the end. Because in the end times, right now we're in the end times, and the only people that's going to be saved is those that truly believe in the Lord, which his name is Yahweh, and the son's name is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh. Now Yahweh, there's no peace in the house. There was no peace. You have to understand that everything goes back to the peace. So when you understand, the Lord said, I was my people. So the pure language is behavior. What they speak today, you hear Yahweh like that. That's Yiddish. That's modern day. That's not the actual ancient Paleo people that we spoke back in the time of us in existing. Okay. No, it's not Muslim. You say? No. Paleo Hebrew. Okay. Yeah, Paleo Hebrew. That's the original language of man. Which there's many books on that explain that Hebrew is the number one language that our people have. All right. So what happened was we would discontinue from our heritage because we started to worship on other gods. We started to take on the customs of other nations. Right. And we're still doing that today spiritually. This is why we have people joining religion, going to the church looking for truth, caught up in Muslim, 5%er, caught up in Catholicism, they caught up in Christianity. All right, there's so many different religions, but religion goes back to the word religion now. We're like we're close to the Lord, right? Because like I said, we worship another God. Yeah, you're the Benjamin tribe. Where's Benjamin? That's right. And salvation is preached unto you. Because in these last times, and the only thing that matters right now is us turning back to the Lord and learning about ourselves, our heritage. Exactly. You have to repent. Because if you don't repent, you're going to most likely perish, like the scripture says. So we have no choice but to actually repent, turn back to the Lord. And we're not going to be perfect. Right? But we're going to strive to do the best we can. You know? Because we're subject to vanity. So no matter what you do, you're going to go off and decide. Exactly. Everything here is weak as hell. But it's going to always continue to get worse. Exactly. Because we're in those last days. As we get closer and closer to the end of it, you got Satan, all right, that's going to what? Try to make you think otherwise. Try to bring you to disbelief. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. This is why you have to have the name of the Lord, the true name of the Lord for protection. You know what I'm saying? Because the name of the Lord is a strong tower, the right hand running. Nah, go do your thing, brother. All right. Shalom, brother. Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah Barakatah. All right, so going back, I had a precept and I forgot what it was, man. Oh, that's what I wanted. The water Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah. So going back, all right, into Revelation 7, all right, the four winds are being held back, okay, from destruction because the elect is not fully sealed yet. All right, like I said before, predestinedly we are sealed, all right, but we still have to play out our lots, okay? So this is why we come on these highways and hedges to prophesy unto the people what is to come. And you're supposed to take heed of this word, right? This is 2 Ezra 8:1. And it says, and he answered me saying, the Most High, Yahweh, has made this world for many, but the world to come for few. All right. See, the world that is made for many, all right, is this world right here. All right. These people are so caught up in the sorceries, the witchcrafts. They're caught up with the lust of the lust of the flesh of this world. All right. They actually love this world. That's why this world right here is created for many, because this world is created for the wicked. All right. The Lord said in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. And right now you see that the wicked is ruling. Why? Because you have Esau that's is running this place. Okay. He comes in the working of Satan. And the scriptures tell you what? That when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right. So this place is crying out loud and pure hell because Esau is under the rulership. All right. So this earth is created for the wicked. All right. So the world right now, like it says, oh, Salakia. It says, the Most High has made this world for many, but the world to come for few. All right. So many are called and few are chosen. And many of these people are going to stay stuck right here in America, because they love the wickedness that they do. They don't want to take the time to turn back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right. So it says, I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra's, as that when thou ask the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made. Yeah, and this is why the Lord tells you, all right, to set your affections on the things above. All right. Matter of fact, let me just grab that real quick. This is Matthew 6:19. And it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust does corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust does corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You see? The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be filled with light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon, you see? So this is why we have to lay up ourselves treasures in heaven, man, and not on earth, because there's nothing but moss and rust and mold down here, man. Everything is vanity. All is vanity. You see? And the Lord wants us to turn away from all that vanity. Okay? So going back to 2nd Ezra 8 and 2, it says, I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra's, as when thou asked the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that cometh of, even so is the course of this present world. Yeah, see, because the dust is a representation of us. All right, the people of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, let's grab. This is Lamentations 4 and 1. It says, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? All right, yeah, because we're that fine gold. We were changed into straight dust. All right, we made our gold dim down by taking on the ways of this society. Okay, we were as the scriptures say in Proverbs, the 31st chapter. All right, what is it? Damn, hold on, let me grab it real quick. This is Proverbs 31 and 3. And it says, give not thy strength unto women, nor the ways to which destroyeth kings. All right, the point that I really wanted was, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. You see, us taking on the ways of this world, all right, and taking on the philosophies of this world is what dimmed us down as that gold. Okay, because it took away our strength. All right, we gave our strength, we gave this truth that we had, we gave it up. All right, we casted it away for us to have the things of this world. You see, and that's why the Lord was pissed off with us, man. All right, that's why we ended up playing that harlot. Okay, and the Lord divorced us and they don't want to deal with us as a people anymore. Okay, pretty much that's the reason why our fucking women are whores today. You see, because it's all spiritual, man. Because we played whores onto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. The Lord made our women whores. Okay? It's all spiritual. Right? So, going back to Lamentations 4 and 1, it says, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out into the top of every street. You see? The stones of the sanctuary, because we, all right, are lively stones that are building that spiritual tabernacle. Okay, that spiritual temple. All right, but we have what? We were once the salt of the earth. All right, but we have lost our savor. So what happens? We there's no more salt in us. Okay, and that's why we would discontinue from our heritage, man, to the point where we didn't know who we were. All right, but the Lord is now stirring up our minds in remembrance. All right, for us to have that grace to turn back to Him. Right? So it says, the stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. Yeah, and we're scattered out here in the streets everywhere, man. You look around here, this is all you see is our people constantly walking up and down the corners of these streets. All right, you see our people, our men, all right, locked up all the time for what? For being on the corner of the streets, constantly hanging out on the block, doing all types of wicked ass things. All right, why? Because we are confused. We're lost in confusion out here. Not knowing that we are true gold. All right, we are true royalty. We are a royal priesthood unto the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right? It says the precious sons of Zion comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness, all right? Which that could go twofold. The actual women of our people, of our nation, all right, have become cruel as fuck, all right, to the point where they don't even take care of their own children, man, okay? But remember, we are also known as, we are onto a delicate and comely woman unto the Lord, okay? So it says, the daughter of my people is become cruel, all right? Yeah, we have also become cruel. All right, by turning our backs on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right? It says the tongue of the sucking child cleave it to the roof of his mouth for thirst, the young children as bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets, that they were brought up in scarlet embraced dunghills. Yeah, because scarlet represents us being in royalty, man. But now we're in dunghill. All right, we live in a shitty ass life in this damn place, man. Because we don't know who we are, because we have no knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. That's why he has a controversy with the land. Okay, because blood touches blood, sin upon sin. Okay, and because there is no knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, right? The Lord said, I will also destroy you. I will also reject you, you and your children. This is why you're not able to receive the knowledge of the Lord, man, because you truly don't believe. Okay? So the true gold, all right, is us. All right, so let's go back to 2nd Ezra 8 and what was I? 2. It says, I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra's, as when thou asked the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. Okay? And this is why it's important that we put away our ignorance, man. All right? And we turn back to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? Matter of fact, let me grab this. This is Ephesians. Woo. This is Ephesians 2 and Ephesians 2 and 1, and it says, this says, made alive in Hamashiach, and it says, in you has he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversations in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. You see, but we're no longer walking in that time, man. We are renewing ourselves and and walking in the new man. All right, putting off that old man every day, putting off the old conversation. Okay, this is Titus 3:1, and it says, put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, to obey magistrates, to be ready to every good work. Okay, so we got to submit ourselves onto good works of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because that's what it's about. It's about putting your body in subjection, like it tells you in 1 Corinthians the 9th chapter, man. You have to put your body into subjection. All right, that's what it's about. All right, being obedient unto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, having discipline. Okay, it says to speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, showing all meekness unto all men. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another. But after that, the kindness and the love of Yahweh, our Savior toward man, appeared, not by works of righteousness, which we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us by the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Spirit. Yeah, and see, and that goes to show you that we live in reincarnation, man. All right, because that's why it tells you in 2nd Ezra the 6th chapter, I believe it's the 6th or the 7th chapter, it tells you The let me just grab it real quick. After death shall Woo. This is second Ezra 14. My bad. I said 6 and 7. I don't know why. It says, for after death, second Ezra 14 and 35, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. You see, and this is why we live reincarnation, man. All right. And hey, you gotta, hey, the water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, that we're able to have that, because we're able to have grace to turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Imagine if we didn't, okay? We would have been destroyed for all the wickedness that we've done. There would have been no hope for us to come back. You see? So going back, it says, for we are, Titus 3 and 3, for we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another. But after that, the kindness and love of Yahweh, our Savior toward man, appeared, not by works of righteousness, which we have done, but according to his mercy. All right, yeah, because he has an election that has to stand, man. All right, because of the promises that he has given unto our forefathers. All right, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, and it says, not by the works of righteousness which have been done, which we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us by the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Spirit, which he shed upon us abundantly through Yahushua HaMashiach, our Savior, that being justified by his grace, we should be made heirs according to the hope of eternal life. Okay, and that's what we hope for. We are prisoners of hope. Okay, that the Lord grants us mercy, man, and finds us worthy to be saved. Okay, so let's go to this is Ecclesiasticus. Hey, what does that? Ecclesiasticus 34. Woo! This is Ecclesiasticus 34 and this is 10. It says, matter of fact, I'll start from 11. It says, when I traveled, I saw many things, and I understand more than I can express. I was oft times in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. Whoso feareth the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall not fear, nor be afraid, for he is his hope. Okay? Like I said, we are prisoners of hope. All right? And this is why we do what we do. All right, turning back to the Lord to the best of our ability, man. All right, so the Lord can find grace in us. Woo, he's messing up that bumper, boy. Scratching that shit. Right? So let's go back to 2nd Ezra 8. And 2. Right? And it says, I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of, even so is this course of this present world. All right, so much mold is given where earthen vessels are made. All right, yeah, much mold. All right, all these people that are wicked as hell, all this vanity around us is considered that mold. All right, but little dust that gold cometh out of. All right, there's only a few that's really gonna be counted worthy to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, they're gonna be tried in the furnace, and they're gonna be tried as gold in the fire, like the scriptures say, right? So it says, there be many created, but few shall be saved. Right? Let's grab Second Ezra 7 and 20. It says, "For there be many that perish in this life." Okay, see, many are going to perish in this life. Why? Because they despise the law of Yahweh that is set before them. All right, let me grab this real quick in Second Ezra 8 and 50. Matter of fact, let me grab it up. 8 and Woo. Nah, yo estoy bien, papá. ¿Qué es eso?
Gracias, varón. Pollito y sopita.
Ahorita, ven para atrás como, porque yo estoy haciendo esto ahora mismo. Ahorita, yo voy a estar por aquí. Gracias, papá. Hey. This is Second Ezra 8 and 41. 40. Like as I have spoken now, so shall it come to pass. For as the husbandman soweth much seed upon the ground and planteth many trees, and yet the thing that is sown good in his season cometh not up, neither does all that is planted take root. Even so it is of them that are sown in the world, they shall not all be saved. You see, because see, that's what we're doing. We're planting the seed, okay, of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. We're planting this truth onto the people. All right, but not everybody's going to take a root of this truth, all right, and turn into that tree that he's supposed to be, all right, that constantly provides more fruit. Okay, most of these trees are going to get the word, right? They're going to get planted in the ground, right? But they're going to wither away. Why? Because Satan takes away that which was sown onto the people. All right, as fast as they receive it, all right, he takes it away from them. Let's grab that in Luke. All right, Luke, the 4th chapter. I believe it's Luke, the 4th chapter. I'll grab it right here. That which is sown is taken away. That was sown shall be taken away. KJV, Luke. Why does it keep saying that song, man? So, man, why is it not coming up? Like, I know I could grab it from Matthew. I wanted to grab it from Luke, though. It's blocked here. Oh, that's why. That's because I'm getting it. I'm saying Luke and it's Mark. So it says Mark 4 and 14, it says the sower soweth the word, right? It says, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering in choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful. You see? So this is why you have to be careful that you are rooted and grounded and unmovable in this truth. All right, so Satan doesn't come and snatch the word away from you. Okay, so going back to Second Ezra's, I went to 8 and 41. It says, "For as the husbandman soweth much seed upon the ground, and planteth many trees, and yet the thing that is sown good in his season cometh not up, neither does all that is planted take root, even so it is of them that are sown in the world, they shall not all be saved." Okay, it says, "And I answered and then said, if I have found grace, let me speak. Like as the husbandman's seed, as like as the husbandman's seed perisheth, if it come not up, and receive not thy rain in due season, or if there come too much rain and corrupt it, even so perisheth man also, which is formed with thy hands, and is called thine own image, because thou art like unto him, for whose sake thou hast made all things, and likened him unto the husbandman's seed. Be not wroth with us, but spare thy people, and have mercy upon thine own inheritance, for thou art merciful unto thy creature. Then answered he me and said, things present are for the present, and things to come for such as be to come. For thou comest far short, then thou shouldest be able to love my creature more than I. But I have oft times drawn nigh unto thee and unto it, but never to the unrighteous. In this also thou art marvelous before the Most High Yahweh, in that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee, and hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you paradise is open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed, yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you, weakness and the moth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. All right, and see, and that's what we strive for, man. For all the wickedness that we've done, the hell that we lived on this earth, man, we want Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to blot it all out. All right, and that we be found worthy to be partakers of that kingdom that's to come. All right, filled with righteousness. Right, it says sorrows are past, and in the end it showed the true the treasure of immortality. You see, all this shit is gonna pass by us, man. If we do what the will of the Lord is, all this shit is gonna be passed by us, man. All right, and true immortality is gonna be shown at the end. All right, true righteousness. Okay, so let me go back to 2 Ezra 7 and 20. It says, for there be many that perish in this life. Okay, and we just read, why are many great miseries are going to be done to those that walk in great pride in these last days, man. All right, and the greatest pride that these fucking people walk around with is them ignoring the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Them being ignorant to the word of the Lord, man. Let me grab this real quick. This is Ephesians 4 and 17. It says, this I say therefore, and testify in the Lord Yahweh Shai, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart. You see, because of that pride that they got, man. Who being past filling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness to work all uncleanness with greediness. Okay. This is First Peter 1:13. It says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust and your ignorance, but as he which has called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. You see? So we have to turn away from the ignorance of our ways, man. All right. Going back to 2nd Ezra 7 and 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of Yahweh that is set before them. For Yahweh has given them straight commandment. You see? Listen, the Lord has given it to you straight up. What is your duty as a man, man? The Lord told you in Ecclesiastes 12:13, the whole duty of man is to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? And keep his commandments. All right, and his commandments are not grievous. Okay, that is the whole duty of man. Fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and keep his law, statutes, and commandments. All right, you do all these things, right? Right, let's grab this. Matthew 6:33, and it says, but seek ye, let me go up one actually. It says 6:32, for after all these things, hold on, let me go up. 32. It says, for after all these things do the Gentiles seek, but your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. All right. So the things that you want, all right, the scriptures talk about how you want to seek for right, you want to thirst for, you want to thirst for righteousness. All right. So when you thirst for righteousness, all right, all the things that you desire, man, are going to be given unto you. Okay. That's why it says, but seek ye the kingdom first. Okay. Of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Okay. So going back to 2nd Ezra 7 and 21, it says, for Yahweh has given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. You see? So the Lord gave you the blueprint, man, what to do. What's going to give? If you do righteously, you receive life. If you do wickedly, transgress the law, the wages of sin is death. Okay. This is the battle of the man. This is the whole battle of man that we have to fight. We have to fight on this earth of vanity, man. Matter of fact, let me go up since I'm in this chapter. Go up real quick, right? It says, because it said many are called and few are chosen, right? So this is 7 and 7. It says the entrance thereof is narrow. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left, the deep water. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. All right. And this is why the Lord tells you to work out your own salvation, man. Because this path that we're walking, man, this is a path for you and yourself only. Okay. Nobody can save you, man. The only person that can save you is you yourself. That's why the Lord said, work out your own salvation. And ultimately, that saving is going to come of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, if you are worthy. It says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? All right, exactly, because through much tribulation thou shalt enter into the kingdom, man. All right, it's not gonna be a walk in the park, man. You talking about the greatest gift reward given onto you, man. All right, no reward that great is gonna be that easy. All right, you have to fight for that, man. You have to. This is why you have to fight the good fight of faith, man. Okay, this is why you have to run in that. You have to run in that race and press toward that mark of exemption, right, from judgment. It says the entrance, Salakia, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? Right? And it says, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. You see? So without you going through the trials and tribulation, all right, if you're not going through those, then hey, there's nothing being set up for you. All right, because you have to understand, you are put on this earth for you to suffer, man. All right, just like Yahushua suffered, we were made to suffer also, and we have to bear our cross just like Yahushua did. Okay, so let me jump back down. All right, where I was, this was 7 and 21. It says, for Yahweh has given him straight commandment to such as came. See, and this is why it's going to be made for few, the world to come, because the Lord has given a straight commandment. All right, and our people have a problem with the Lord giving commandments on what to do. All right, this is why our people are so bugged out now, because they can't follow simple commandments. Again, his commandments are not grievous. Here it is, Esau give you the most grievous fucking, prescribe you the most grievous shit, okay? And your asses want to follow after it. But here it is, the Lord give you commandments that are not grievous, and our people don't want to walk in the ways of righteousness. Right? So it says, Salakia. Let me read it from 21 again. It says, for Yahweh has given them straight commandments to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things. All right. And they do it mostly with the prophets. All right. They misused the prophets, they scoffed, they laughed at us. Okay. That's why now they have to meet their doom. Okay, it says, and that's why they imagine vain things upon us, along with these heathens, because it starts off with the heathens imagining these vain things. All right, so it says, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High Yahweh that He is not, and knew not His ways. Yeah, because they truly don't believe. They think there is no God. That's why they continue to keep walking around in their wickedness. All right. But here it is. They believe in fucking, they believe in evil. You got these people bound down to the God of this world. All right. You got these devils bound down and selling their souls to Satan. Right. So if there's wickedness, if there's Satan, there has to be righteousness. All right. The Lord is a perfect balance. All right. So it says, nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High Yahweh that He is not, and knew not His ways. But His law have they despised, and denied His covenants. And His statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed His works. Okay, and that's why we've always been given over onto our enemies, man, for the simple fact that you don't want to follow the ways of the Lord, man. All right, the Lord is righteous in what he does. All right, as a matter of fact, let's grab that. This is Zephaniah 3 and 5. And it says, the just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. All right, yeah, he's not going to do iniquity. And when he comes to judge, man, his judgments is righteous. Okay, his works are great. It says, he will not do iniquity. Every morning does he bring his judgment to the light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Okay, yeah, the unjust, they don't know shame. They don't know what it's really about. Okay, slack you. I know what that. So going back, it goes to 2 Ezra 7 and 24. But his law they have despised and denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful and have not performed his works. And therefore, Ezra's, for the empty are empty things, and for the fool are fool things. Okay, and see, he that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So you remain empty. You see, you're not filled with anything. You're not filled with light. You're not filled with life. Okay. It says, and for the fool are and for the fool are the fool things. All right, the fool is going to be those that are filled with the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Right, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Okay, it says, behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass, meaning all these prophecies, right? And the bride shall appear, okay, which that's Yahweh Shai. And this is why you have to make sure that you have oil in your lamps, man, for when the bridegroom come. This is Matthew 25 and 1, and it says, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. Okay, so you have 5 that were foolish and 5 that were wise. All right, the foolish were the ones that they had a little something of this truth, but they didn't really cherish this truth. You see, it wasn't really in them. Okay, they might have looked good on the outside of the cup, right, like the scriptures say, but the inward part of their cup, they're full of extortion, excess. All right, they're full of filth. All right, and then those that were wise, it says, took oil in their vessels. Yeah, because it was in them. All right, remember, we are earthen vessels, so we have to fill up ourselves with the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, to constantly keep our candle burning. All right, because if you don't keep filling your candle up with that oil to burn, your light is gonna get put out. Okay, so it says, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. You see, because it was in them. That oil was in them the whole entire time to keep that lamp continually burning. All right, that's why I said the foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, because they didn't bring no oil in that vessel of them. They were supposed to be used as that vessel, right? And it says, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. At midnight, there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Okay, and that's when the time comes that Yahweh Shai comes to bring the destruction. All right, we're going out there to meet him. This is why we're constantly looking up, because we know that our redemption draweth nigh. Okay. Let me grab this. This is Revelations. You know what? As a matter of fact, before I grab Revelations, let me grab this. This is Matthew 22. and 9, 8. This is 22 and 8 in Matthew. It says, Then saith he to his servants, The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he saith unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. All right. And we have to make sure that we have our wedding garment at all time. All right. Because if you don't have a wedding garment on, all right, you're gonna be your shame is gonna spew out. All right. This is Slacky, give me 1 second. Where is that? Reset. Give me 1 second, Slacky. Yeah, this is no, that's not the one I'm looking for. Give me 1 second, Slacky. I'm looking for I forgot where it is in Revelation. It talks about the garments. I know it's damn, man, I hate when I don't know where the precept is at. Mess up my flow. Mess up my flow. And he had not on the wedding garment. I must be bugging. I know there was one in I believe there was one in Revelations. It's not coming up. All right, but that's all right. Let's continue on. All right, this is Matthew. Back to Matthew 25 and 5. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they went that they were ready went. So let me read that again. Them words sometimes. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also all the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is, yeah, no, that was the point. That was the point. All right. So, you know what? Now I remember where that precept is. Yeah. Revelations 19. This is Revelations 19 and 7. let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife has made herself ready. And that's what we're doing. We're preparing ourselves to make ourselves perfect before the sight of the Lord, without spot, without blemish. Okay, when the time comes for the marriage supper, all right, the Lord wants to find us perfect. Okay, we have to be made a perfect sacrifice unto him. He's not going to take a defiled sacrifice, man. He wants you to be perfect. So it says, let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife has made herself ready. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, for the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. And he saith unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he saith unto me, these are the true sayings of Yahweh. And I fell at his feet to worship him. Hold on, Salakia. And I fell at my feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Right? I went too far. My bad. Yeah, I went too far. That was the point, though. And there's still another one with a garment, man. I can't remember where it's at. It's bothering me. Let's see if I do this. He's bugging my head. I don't know which one I'm thinking of, though. Anyway, moving forward. So we have to make sure that we have enough oil in our lamps to keep our lamps burning, man. All right, so that the Lord finds us worthy. All right, so let's go back to 2nd Ezra 7 and what was I was at 26. It says, behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen, that now is withdrawn from the earth. All right. And it says, and whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders. All right, those that believe are going to see the wonders of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And it says, for my son Yahushai shall be revealed with those that be with him. And they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. After these years shall my son Yahushai Hamashiach die, and all men that have life. And the world shall be turned into the old silence 7 days, like as in the former judgments, so that no man shall remain. And after 7 days, the world that yet awaketh not shall be raised up, and shall die that shall die that is corrupt. And the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence. Sometimes this old English be going crazy. And the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence, and the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed unto them. All right. And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and long suffering shall have an end. But judgment only shall remain. Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. And the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule. All right, yeah, because at the end of the day, righteousness is gonna overtake all the wickedness of this earth. Okay, deceit shall be quenched. Right. It says, let me take it back up a little bit. It says, and the Most High Yahweh Yahweh Bashem Yahweh shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and mercy shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end, but judgment only shall remain. Okay, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax very strong, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be of a force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule. Then said I, Abraham prayed first for the Sodomites, and Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness, and Yahweh shot after him for Israel in the time of Achan, and Samuel and David for the destruction, and Solomon for them that should come to the sanctuary, and Helios for those that received rain, and for the dead that he might live, and as Ezekias for the people in the time of Sennacherib, and many for many. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, and wickedness is increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, and see, look, and that's the crazy part, that you had, through all the wickedness, you always had our people still trying to pray, all right, for the ungodly. All right, but see, the time has come that ain't no more prayer for the ungodly, because the Lord has said not to pray for those people, man. All right, it's just us, the compassion that we have amongst our people, and us knowing what was always coming when it came for the time of judgment. All right, we understood the judgment. That's what it tells you in Daniel, the 12th chapter. All right, that the righteous shall understand judgment, man. Okay, but the wicked ain't gonna understand none of it. All right, that's why the Lord put a stop to us every time that we was trying to pray for these damn the wicked, man. All right, not meaning the wicked as in Esau, meaning the wickedness of our people, man. There was no point. Right, so it says, he said, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory does abide. See, the end of this place, there's not much glory. Okay, not much glory here. The only glory we have here in this shitty ass shithole is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's the only hope we have. It says, therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that has gotten the victory. Right? It says, I answered then and said, this is my first and last saying, that it had been better not to have given the earth unto Adam, or else when it was given him, to have restrained him from sinning. For what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness, and after death to look for punishment? You see, because that's the only thing that's going. When you're wicked, this is why the deeds of the wicked is going to be declared at them in the last days, man. You're going to be able to see who is really truly wicked, man. Because if you see these people getting judged left and right because of the wickedness, all right, the elect is going to be able to survive through all that, man, because they turn back to the Lord. They turn back to righteousness. Right? So it says, for what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness? All right, you don't want to be living in heaviness. This truth is a comforter. All right, so that heaviness that we were once living in, all right, that the burdens that we constantly had, we now what? We cast our burdens upon the Lord, man. The Lord is what's going to sustain us. It says, and after death to look for the punishment. O thou Adam, what hast thou done? For though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but all that come out of thee. Yeah, that's why we're all subject unto sin. All right. It says, for what profit is it unto us if there be promised us an immortal time, whereas we have done the works that bring death? Okay. There is no immortal time for you. Okay. If you're working in the works of darkness, man. It says, it says, and that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves being most wicked are made vain, and that there are laid up for us dwellings of health and safety, whereas we have lived wickedly, that the glory of the Most High is kept to defend them which have led a weary life, whereas we have walked in the most wicked ways of all, and that there should be showed a paradise whose fruit endureth forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it. For we have walked in unpleasant places. All right, and we walk in unpleasant places on a daily basis. Walking in America is walking in an unpleasant place, a place filled with bitterness. All right, that's what America represents: bitterness. Okay, it says, then answered me, Salakia, let me read back from 52. It says, and that the glory of the Most High Yahweh is kept to defend them which have led a weary life, whereas we have walked in the most wicked ways of all, and that there should be showed a paradise whose fruit endureth forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it. And I was reading that before in the 8th chapter. All right, that a place of paradise is open unto us. Let me grab that real quick again. 52, it says, for unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, and the time to come is prepared, plentiness is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed, yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. Okay, and this is why oh man, I just had a precept off of that. Fucking Satan, yo. Oh, that's what I wanted. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This is because this is the time for us to break up our fallow ground. All right, like it tells you in Hosea 10 and 12. It says, sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy, break up your fallow ground. For it is time to seek the Lord Yahweh till he come and rain righteousness upon you. Ye have plowed wickedness, ye have reaped iniquity, ye have eaten the fruit of lies, because thou did trust in thy way, in the multitude of thy mighty men. Okay, so the Lord is telling you to break up your fallow ground, man. Break up that hard-headedness that our people have. All right, and turn back to righteousness, because we've constantly always turned on to wickedness. All right, serving after false gods, for false lies. Okay, so let me go back. Second Ezra 7 and what was it? Oh, 52. It says, and the glory of the Most High is kept to defend them which have led a weary life, whereas we have walked in the most wicked ways of all, and that there should be showed a paradise whose fruit endureth forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we shall not enter into it. For we have walked in unpleasant places, and the faces of them which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars, whereas our faces shall be blacker than darkness. Yeah, because the abstinence going into, refraining from our appetites, basically. All right, it says, in the faces of them that which have used abstinence shall shine above the stars. Yeah, because we conquered the flesh. All right, the Lord gonna exalt us above so much. Okay, and it says, for while we lived and committed iniquity, we consider not that we should begin to suffer for it after death. Okay, And this is how you're gonna be. This is how you're gonna know who was truly wicked in their past lives and this life, according to the judgment that is given unto them. It says, then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. Like I was saying earlier, all right, it's a constant battle between us and the flesh, all right. But see, those that are righteous are always going to turn back to their righteous lots, and they're going to turn back to serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so when you turn back to the Lord, you don't have to suffer in you catching death, man, because the wages of sin is death. So turning back to the Lord gives you that life, okay, gives you that mercy, Lord willing. It says that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. You see, you have to choose life. This is why you have to suffer with the children of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai than to take in the pleasures of sin for a season. Okay, you're choosing life by putting the things of this world away, okay, and putting those things behind us, past us. Let me grab that real quick. Putting those things behind us, past us.
According to Bible.com,
this is Philippians 3 and 13. Brethren, I count not my, this is 3 and 13, Philippians, brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. All right, say, hey, that's the spirit. I brought it out twice. As a matter of fact, now that I'm reading, I remember I brought that out earlier. That's the spirit, because we have to continue to press toward that mark, all right, for the prize of the high calling, all right, which is that the why. All right, so going back, it says, where am I at? I hate that every time I get out of there, I have to go I have to scroll all the way back down. 57 in 2nd Ezra 7th chapter. It says, then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believed not him. All right, and you not, and when they didn't believe him, they were ultimately not believing in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which have spoken unto them, that there should not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. I answered then and I said, I know, Lord, that the Most High Yahweh is called merciful, and that he has mercy upon them which are not yet come into this world, and upon those also that turn to his law, and that he is patient and long suffereth those that have sinned as his creatures, and that he is bountiful, for he is ready to give where it needeth, and that he is of great mercy, for he multiplieth more and more mercies to them that are present, and that are past, and also to them which are to come. For if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world will not continue with them that inherit in them. You see, and that's why the world is to come is for few. All right, because not all of us deserve that to move forward, man. You have to pass the hardships that the Lord gives us, man, on this side. All right, all the suffering that we accumulate on this side, man, we have to go through it. We have to beat it. All right, it says, for if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world will not continue with them that inherit therein. And he pardoneth, for if he did not so, of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, then which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, the 10,000th part of men should not remain living, and being judged if he should not forgive them that are cured with his word, and put out the multitude of contentions. There should be very few left peradventure in an innumerable multitude. All right, and that's how it's going to be in those last days. Like, just like the scripture said, we're going to desire to see another brother in those times, man, because there's going to be only few on the earth that really truly believe. Okay, so let's go to this is Second Ezra 5:1. Right, it says, nevertheless, as coming as Salakia, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. Okay, many people are going to be taken away out of this place, man. You're going to be dying by the sword. They're going to be dying by famine. All right, they're going to be dying by the nuclear missiles. Okay, by the chariots of the Lord. It says, shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. All right, which this place is over. This place is already a place of no faith, man. Only the elect has true faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. The rest of these people don't believe, right? But it says that the truth, the way of truth shall be hidden, going into the famine of the word, all right, which we're right around the corner from that prophecy. All right, the time is coming that there's not going to be there's going to be a thirst of not of bread or a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, Amos 8:11. Okay, and then what did it say? That the virgins, let's just grab it real quick. This is Amos 8:11. And it says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh, and shall not find it. And in that day the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. All right, meaning what? They're going to be searching for answers, man. All right, they're going to want to know what's going on in that time. All right, but see that the Lord's going to cleave our tongue to the roof of our mouth, where we're no longer going to be a reprover onto the people. Okay, we're not going to be able to speak onto these people and let them know what's going on, man. You were supposed to take heed of the word while the men were out on the highways and hedges preaching the word to you. All right. Matter of fact, let me continue to keep reading that part. Oh, hold on. No, it's like my bad. So something else. So going back to Second Ezra, the 5th chapter, right? It says, nevertheless, as come in the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number. Gracias, Baba. ¿Quieren aprender algo? ¿Quieren aprender? Como los israelitas de la Biblia. ¿Sabes? ¿Sabe el nombre del Padre y el Hijo? No, esta, te voy a decir ahora, esto no, mira. Yo, era, era de, Ajá. Ustedes son los trigos, nosotros somos los trigos. Ustedes son del trigo de Issachar. Yo vengo de, mi papá de Nicaragua, yo salgo de Perilous, ¿entiendes? Y aquí, del norte, los puertorriqueños son hijos. Ellos son los que corren el norte, los que corren el sur, los morenos que son de Yura, ¿entiendes? So, aquí es de lo que estamos hablando de la verdad que tal, la gente de nosotros, la televisión, todas estas cosas, y eso era de Satanás para confundir la nosotros. So, mira, papá, yo ya, yo te voy a dar 10 una página, lo que yo estoy hablando, hay un hermano que habla en español, y él habla de todo lo que estamos hablando. God bless you, I love you, boy. Hey, I'm welcome. Brother, respect, boy, the kind of like brother of my heart, but stop that you want yourself, I just hard, yes. Like, bro, you crazy as hell. What the fuck is that? You got it out here, that's all. Nah, nigga, what? How you gonna come over here and tell me God bless me and then you gonna ask me that shit? What the fuck that shit? Nah, I'm sorry, bro. That's so crazy, man. Está loco, me acaba de decir que Dios está conmigo, pero me va a apuntar para pedir. Ese tipo está loco. What the fuck? Lo hace en mi caso para aprender más, porque yo puedo hablar, pero yo hablo más en inglés, ¿entiendes? Entonces, si quieres aprender más de esto, como te dije, nosotros, ustedes son del tipo de Issachar, estamos en los días de los finales, pero hacemos lo que es Yahweh, el nombre de Dios es Yahweh, no es Jesucristo, eso es y el trigo es el diablo que la Biblia dice. ¿Entiendes? Pero aprende con ellos, por favor, ¿entiendes? Gracias, papá. Gracias. Salakia, brothers. Yo, this nigga was bugged the fuck out, though. This nigga came up to me and asked me, he said, hey, God bless you, man. Peace be with you, blah, 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 this and that. And then he said, do you know anybody that has some hard? And I knew exactly what he said in the beginning because I've heard it. You know, I'm from the hood, but I didn't think that's exactly what he was asking for because that shit just threw me off. How you gonna tell me God bless me and then ask me if you got some fucking coke or crack, yo? I'm fucking done. So lucky I had I was giving the brothers those brothers a Spanish channel they could listen to more. I gotta get my Spanish on point. Gotta start reading the Spanish more often. That shit got me bugged out right there. How the hell? Yo, I can't, man. Let me get back. See, this is why many are called and few are chosen. All right? This is why the world to come is for few, man. Look at that fucking, that's some bugged out shit right there, bro. How you gonna that's you drinking the cup of the Lord, right? And drinking the cup of the devils at the same time, man. The Lord's not down with that. Okay? Scripture tell you James 1 and 8. All right, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That nigga was unstable. He came approaching me talking about God bless you this, God bless you that, and then he gonna ask me crack right afterwards. That's some bugged out shit, yo. All right, that's because our people don't truly believe, and this is why they're in the condition that they are. All right, that they're in. All right, because of stupidity like that. See, my people are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay. But what was I? Oh, I was at Second Ezra, the 5th chapter. All right, so going into what I was saying, man, we're in the time that The Lord is about to take the prophets off the streets, man, and take this word off the highways and hedges. And once that happens, that's the doors of mercy being closed on to you, man. And we keep telling y'all over and over and over and over again, the doors of mercy are closing, man. All right, they're cracked open like this right now. All right, if you can get in there and get this word, man, you better take heed of it ASAP. All right, because once the doors of mercy close, the Lord's gonna shut that shut. All right, just like He did in the time of Noah with the ark. All right, see, right now we're spiritually building an ark. All right, we're building a spiritual ark. So when that flood comes, all right, which is gonna be the destruction. All right, when that flood comes, we're able to survive it, man. Okay, we have a protection hedge around us when that flood comes. We're in that spiritual ark. All right, which is going to be the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because the name of the Lord is a strong tower and the righteous man runneth into it, right? And he is safe. Okay. This nigga still over there. He was still over there. I was about to call his ass over here and try to give him the word, man, so he could get that demon off of his ass, man. That's some bugged out shit. Out of the 4 years of me preaching his word, I ain't never had no one to come and ask me that shit. I've had people ask me, you got a cigarette, or you know anybody smoke weed? But this nigga just straight asked for crack and coke with no problem on camera. Right, so it says 2nd Ezra 5:1, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith, but iniquity shall be increased above that. Yeah, iniquity is going to be increased. Listen, man, because iniquity abound, the love of many is going to wax worse and worse, man. All right, and iniquity is going to be at an all-time high. The closer we get to the end, the more bug outs you see, the more bugged out shit you see these bug outs doing. All right, doing shit that's just unexplainable, like that. Okay, I can't get over that. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, and that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly. Yeah, because this place really don't have no true root, man. Okay, this root, this earth, this society has nothing for you to lean upon, man. Like I said before, everything here is wickedness. It's all vanity. So the moment that you lean to the vanity of this place, man, like it tells you in the scriptures, man, who's gonna pity a charmer when he is bitten by a snake? All right, there's all types of snake bites ready to bite you in the ass out here. All right, the Lord, the devil is seeking whom he may devour. All right, he's looking for the weakest links of this place. All right, but see, our strength is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And when you're doing the will of the Lord, all right, you're able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Let me grab this. This is Matthew 13. It's not Matthew 7. That's what I want. Matthew 7 and this is Matthew 7 and 22. Oh, no, I'll take it from 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. You see, it was founded upon that rock solid foundation. All right, meaning what? It was founded upon Yahweh Shai. All right. This is why you have to take in the word the way it is given to you, man. All right, through the prophets, all right, and ultimately the way it is written through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He's not the author of confusion, man. If you're confused, it's because you are blinded by the God of this world. All right, you're caught up with the confusion of this world. Okay, because the elect is not going to be confused. Okay, that's why it says in Matthew the 24th chapter, if it was possible to deceive the elect. All right, so it says. It says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew. All right. The floods came coming into these martial law troops. All right. All the trials and tribulations that come our ways. All right. The wind, it says the floods came and the winds blew. All right. The destruction coming our way. It says, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, because it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that hear these sayings of mine and does them not shall be likened unto a foolish man. You see, you're going to be that, going back into that parable of the foolish and the wise, right? The 10 virgins. You had the wise virgins and you had the foolish virgins. All right. So you're going to go back into being one of those foolish virgins. Okay. It says, and everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and does them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Why? Because you weren't rooted and grounded in this truth. Okay? That is our main objective, man, to stay rooted and grounded. All right? This is Salakia. Rooted and grounded in the faith, KJV. I believe it's in Colossians. There's one in Colossians, yeah. Yeah, that's the one I want. I'm gonna grab this one too, though. This is Ephesians 3:17. Actually, let me grab it. It's like, let me grab it up one. This is 3:16. It says, hold on real quick. 14, 3 and 14. It says, for this cause I bow my knees unto the Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, of whom the whole family in heaven and earth is named, that he would grant you, according to the riches of his glory, to be strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man, that Hamashiach may dwell in your hearts by faith, meaning your mind, that ye be rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend. Hold on, did I read that right? Yeah. That Hamashiach may dwell in your hearts by faith, that ye, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth and the length and the depth and the height, and to know the love of Hamashiach, which passeth knowledge, that ye might be filled with all the fullness of Yahweh. Okay, remember, as we were reading before, you want to those that are full are given full things. Okay, it says, now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Unto him be glory in the church by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach throughout all ages, world without end. Amen. You see? Now let's grab the one in Colossians. Two and yeah, let me grab it from 4. This is 2 and 4. It says, "In this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words. For though I be absent in the flesh," all right, going back into you're not going to be able to deceive the elect, man. Okay, so it says, "In this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words. For though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit, joying and beholding your order and the steadfastness of your faith in Hamashiach. As ye have therefore received Yahushua Hamashiach the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving." Yeah, because we have to always abound in the work of the Lord. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. And it says, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast and unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." All right. Everything that we do is being recorded and is always going to be remembered. All right. I believe it's in Hebrews, the 4th chapter. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this is Hebrews 4:1. It says, "Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of." You see, this is why we got to keep on pushing, keep on bringing out the word of the Lord, always abounding in the work of the Lord. All right, because then you're able to enter into that rest for that. Okay, because if you don't labor, all right, you're gonna come short. It says, "For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them." You see, the word that's preached onto these people that truly don't believe, it's not profitable unto them because they ignore it. All right, they scoff at it, they laugh at it. All right, so it says, "For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." You see, without faith it's impossible to please him. All right, without faith you're not going to receive this truth. The name of the Lord is Yahweh, which means he exists. Okay, if you don't believe, if you don't have faith, if you don't even believe that the name is Yahweh, there is no faith with you. You see, so it says, "But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. For we which have believed do enter into rest, as he said, as I have sworn in my wrath, if they shall enter into my rest, although the works were finished from the foundation of the world. For he spake in a certain place of the 7th day on the wise, and Yahweh did rest the seventh day from all his works. And in this place again, if they shall enter into my rest, seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein, and they to whom it was first preached entered not in because of unbelief. Again, he limiteth a certain day, saying to David, today, after so long time, as it is said, today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. For if Yahushua had given them rest, then would he have not afterward, for if Yahushua had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day? There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of Yahweh. For he that is entered into his rest, he also has ceased from his own works, as Yahweh did from his. All right, and that's why we're bringing out the work now. All right, so we can enter into that rest, so we don't have to work anymore, man. All right, which this is the true job. All right, the true job is to bring out the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. No job matters in this place other than that. All right, doing the business in the will of the Lord. All right. It says, let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. You see, by you not doing the works of the Lord, you're showing your unbelief. You're showing no faith toward the Lord. All right. Although we are not justified by works, all right, we're justified by faith. All right. Faith and works go hand in hand. Faith without works is dead being alone. Right. It says, for the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful. Okay. And it is quick and powerful. It's very powerful. This is why this place is coming to its destruction, because we are bringing out the word of the Lord. And sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. Right. That's why when we bringing out this word out here, right, these demons get stirred up. All right. People get offended when they hear the word. You'll have a whole demon all the way down the street and they just hear me. They see me bringing out the word. All right. Because it says what? It says it's quicker. It is quick, powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. All right. That's why when we heard the word, we got cut right away. All right. We felt it in our spirit. All right. This word condemned us ASAP. All right. So by the fear of the Lord is how we persuade men to turn back to the Lord. So it says, dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is the discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. You see, and that's why we're able to tell you what Esau is going to come. All right. Because this word, all right, is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. Okay. We already know through this word how people are, man, because we're able to discern. We're able to discern spirits. Okay. We're able to discern when people ain't in their right state of mind. All right. We can discern when somebody's about to be wicked as hell. That's why Esau be pissed off that we constantly exposing him, because he wants to allow his wickedness to continue without you realizing it. All right. Without you noticing. All right. But here it is that you got the prophets, the elders, all right, the apostles, bishops, all the way on down. Right. They go out here just constantly making Esau bare. No longer can he hide himself. Right. It says, neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. Yeah. All things are what? All right. Are naked means to show your shame. Okay. So all things are exposed. All right. So it says, seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahweh Shah, the son of Yahweh, let us hold fast our profession. You see, we're supposed to hold fast our profession. All right. Never let it go. Okay. We're supposed to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing until we get up out of here, man. All right. It says, for we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted, like as we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore come boldly onto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. All right. And hey, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. That's the only way you're going to be able to be safe. All right. The righteous is going to constantly run on to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. We're going to put our trust in the Lord rather than men. Okay. But hey, through the spirit, I'm going to end it off on that note. All right. Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Kudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who grew well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. Shalom.